Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier, and in my previous video I have shown you one particular case where Hough transformation fails to give us the slope and intercept value, that is in case of lines which are placed on a vertical line, okay, having slope infinite. In that case the two straight lines formed by the 2 points in the MC plane are basically parallel to each other. As a result, they will never intersect with each other, and as a result will not be getting any M and C value from the Hough transformation. So Hough transformation will not give us any straight line, although in practical scenario there is presence of straight line, right? We have seen. Now how to solve this particular problem? We have seen using this particular slope intercept form y equal to mx plus c. What is the problem? The M was making problem actually, because in case of vertical line M was going to infinite, and as a result we are facing that problem. Now our modification should be such that we can map our this particular xy coordinate points to such parameter plane where there are no parameter for any alignment of our point in our xy coordinate system. No parameter in that parameter space should go to infinite. Okay, so aim is that some other parametric plane where the parameters do not tend to infinite for any orientation of points in my xy plane. Okay, so recall your class 11 mathematics geometry part. In the straight line module we have studied y equal to mx plus c is one parameter expression. Along with that we have studied normal form. That normal form expression we can use for sort out this problem. Okay, just in my this video I am going to show you the derivation of the normal form. In my next video I will be showing you how we can use this in case of Hough transformation to sort out the problem which you are getting for infinite slope or vertical line, right? So suppose this is my xy plane and this particular one is my straight line. We will try to find out the equation of the straight line. Okay, that only derivation I am going to show you. So suppose this is my origin which is 0, 0, and I am drawing one perpendicular on this straight line. Okay, so this angle and this angle both are 90 degree, and the length of this particular perpendicular is P. Okay, and this particular perpendicular line, okay, on the straight line from the origin is making angle alpha with our positive x-axis. That means this particular angle is 90 degree minus alpha, right? So now let us try to first find out the other angles. This angle is alpha, this angle is 90 degree. So if you consider this small triangle, what is this angle? That is nothing but 180 degree minus of 90 degree plus alpha, that is 90 degree minus alpha. This angle is 90 degree minus alpha. Okay, what about this angle? See, this angle is 90 degree minus alpha, this angle is 90 degree, so this angle will be 180 degree minus of 90 degree minus 90 degree minus alpha. Okay, so why I have sorry this will be plus actually, sorry. So this is 90 degree and this is 90 degree minus alpha. We will add them and subtract from 180 degree, we will be getting the value, right? So basically this will be plus sign. So if you just remove the parenthesis, you will be getting 180 degree minus of 90 degree minus 90 degree plus alpha, which will result into alpha. So this angle is also alpha. Okay, so this particular sign here I have done mistake, this will be plus. All right, now the equation of this straight line with respect to the angle alpha, which the perpendicular line is forming with respect to positive x-axis, and if the length of the perpendicular is p, then this is the equation of a straight line, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. Now you may ask how we have got that. Very simple. What we need to do, I have just redrawn the same straight line. Okay, p is my length of the perpendicular, alpha is the angle. Suppose this particular length is a and this particular height is b. Okay, now this angle, this particular inner angle value we have got as 90 degree minus alpha. So what will be this outer angle? 180 degree minus 90 degree minus alpha, that is 90 degree plus alpha. Okay, now we have got all the angles required for solving this particular problem, right? Now see, for this particular straight line, if you just write slope intercept form, we can say y equal to mx plus c, where c is nothing but this height which is b. So we can say y equal to mx plus b. That's what I have written here, y equal to mx plus c. So here c equal to b I have assumed, so y equal to mx plus b. Now what is m? M is nothing but the angle between the straight line and positive x-axis, that is this angle, that is tan of 90 degree plus alpha. So m, that is slope, equal to tan theta, that is tan of 90 degree plus alpha, and tan 90 degree plus theta equal to minus of cot theta. So tan 90 degree plus alpha equal to minus of cot alpha. Okay, let us put that in this particular equation, and we will be having y equal to minus of cot alpha into x plus b. Okay, cot alpha is nothing but cos alpha by sin alpha, right? Because tan alpha equal to sin alpha by cos alpha, and cot alpha equal to 1 by tan alpha. That means cot alpha equal to cos alpha by sin alpha. So if you just replace cot alpha by cos alpha by sin alpha, you will be having y equal to minus of cos alpha by sin alpha into x plus b. Now cross multiply sin alpha, you will be having y sin alpha minus of x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to minus of x cos alpha plus b sin alpha. Takes x cos alpha in the left hand side, you will be having this particular equation, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to b sin alpha. Now what is this b sin alpha? Just try to understand. Consider this particular triangle. Okay, observe the mouse pointer. So this is 90 degree angle, this is p, which is perpendicular length, this is our base, and this is what? This is nothing but hypotenuse of this particular right angle triangle. Now this angle is alpha, so we can say sin alpha equal to perpendicular length p by hypotenuse length b. So sin alpha equal to p by b, so we can say p equal to b sin alpha. So our b sin alpha is nothing but this length of the hypotenuse, that this perpendicular, that is p. So we can replace here b sin alpha by p, and we can get x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. This is also called the normal form of straight line. Okay, very important derivation for understanding the Hough transformation, which I am going to discuss in my upcoming videos. So x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p, where p is the length of the perpendicular drawn from the origin to the straight line. Okay, and alpha is the angle what the perpendicular is forming with our positive x-axis. Okay, so now instead of mapping our xy coordinate to MC plane or slope intercept plane, what we will do, we will map to alpha p plane, where alpha is the angle and p is the length of the perpendicular, and alpha is the angle formed by the perpendicular on the perpendicular which is drawn from the origin to the straight line and the positive x-axis. Okay, so alpha. So now with respect to alpha and p plane, we are going to map. Okay, and if we use this particular plane, then hopefully our problem should be resolved. That I am going to point in my next video. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you for watching.